Alright guys, running a little bit behind. It's about 6:30 right now. Wanted to leave the house at 6. Didn't happen. With this flea market in New York, it always really pays off to get there earliest because there's a ton of sharks. Last time we were there, there was that was the Attack of the Shark Girls episode. There was a ton of like female sharks there randomly. I missed out on gigantic stack of Nintendo games, but those sold for a pretty high price, and a few random items like Game & Watch. So just trying to get there early. Let's hope that we're gonna get there early enough to get some games. We're riding solo, so it's gonna be only my eyes, and as I found out in the past, Alicia much better at finding these games at flea markets and tag sales than I am. There's a lot of times where I literally just walk right by something. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. I always feel like I'm trailing a shark here. An ill-prepared shark is still a shark. I've been to a flea market this big without a backpack. Are you crazy? Let's veer off. I haven't been able to find anything other than some shovelware so far. Kind of frustrating. But I see games. The games.
They're kind of all different. Is there a specific one?
The Castlevania ones?
15 for the Castlevania?
Each?
Yeah.
And how much are you asking for the system?
20?
Is that all you have for video game stuff?
Yes.
Demoralization is definitely setting in. Guy just walked by with a Bowser plush doll in his pocket. Just missed out on Nintendo games and Atari. Well, Nintendo games at least.
Oh, thank you very much. Look at that, Fern.
due on these three? 20. Someone ate the baseball stars. Yep.
Are you doing a video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you have a channel?
Yeah.
Oh okay. What's the name of it?
Well, it's my name. Corey Zamier. Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you got on there?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in the DS. So 17.
Yeah, I watch all those.
Yeah, you watch the Game Chasers?
I really don't like they're not really
A little bit too childish.
I don't like them, but I like all the other guys like Gabe Stack and all them.
Oh yeah?
So that's cool, yeah.
Alright, well, good luck out here. Alright, so we're leaving the flea market now. Thinking about getting business cards. But it's kind of weird, the idea of it, because I know Sam had business cards, but he had an actual business. And I would want my business cards to be multi-purpose, I guess, because I don't want to have like 2 different sets of business cards. Like one that advertises the YouTube channel, and then one that's also like, hey, sell me some video games kind of thing. Like I buy, sell, I trade, whatever. But the problem with that is, like, it seems kind of counterintuitive. Like people are gonna check out the YouTube channel and they're just like, oh fuck, if I sell him games, like I'm gonna be selling them for too low of a price, or I'm gonna charge him more because he knows, you know, these are worth a lot more. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Making up some business cards, what I should put on there, what I shouldn't put on there. And let's see if I can get the fuck out this flea market. While I was in Connecticut hunting for games, Alicia happened to be over in Pennsylvania doing the same thing. I really love this girl.
Here we go to the flea market portion. Let's see what they got.
This one? No. The other one, the other older one. Yeah,
We're here at the Q Mart. Oh, I'm talking on camera. What? That's what it looks like inside the Q Mart. Let's see if we can find some games. All used games are buy 2 get 3rd free. What is he looking for? Because there's like rows of games. Oh, he looks for anything. But yeah, because like I just said, there's rows of shit.
I'll tell you.
Of course, you know I'm gonna look at these. Really, Toy Story? $15?
John Ray James, the Pokemon thing.
You know, I had one of those. I had those Jackman there.
We skipped the entire line. And just we're like back by the video games.
Alright guys, just got to the flea market here. Really early. It opens at 8. It's 7:11 right now. An early bird the fuck out of this, and hopefully we could have some luck.
How much
like
you
that.
asking for the Game Boy games? And how much you asking for the DS? Looks like it's in nice shape. Most of them are pretty scratched up.
Like she barely even just said she wanted it, and then
She just never used it.
a couple times with her brother, and then finally I found it, and I was like, "You still want this?" She's like, "No, I got my phone." Yeah, I figured.
Should do 10 on it? $15 you toss into these 2 games?
I kind of fucked up, guys. Got one of the biggest pickups of the channel's history, and because it was so hot out and I was in such a hurry, I didn't film any of it. But we'll leave that for the end. Let's rifle through these pickups because I don't want this to be an hour-long video. So we went to the New York flea market, as we like to do, and I picked up a few games. Nothing crazy. This first game I didn't even haggle on. I probably should have, but it was one of those things, like I've said in the past, you kind of want to get something found and bought. So like a pressure reliever, and that was Mystery Quest for the NES. I don't know anything about it. Seller, who had mostly overpriced games, wanted $5 for it, and I didn't have it, so I picked it up. Happened across the booth that had a random Grand Theft Auto for the PlayStation. Case is jacked up, manual is waterlogged, but the disc is actually in pretty nice shape. That was only $1. Went to the booth that usually has quite a few games, and I've had some decent finds there in the past. And you actually would have seen these if you watch Team Kill Fools Gaming Gabbing in the Bottom Line, I did show these off already a few weeks ago by the time you see this. I paid $20 for these 3 games, which is not the best deal, but the 2 Super Nintendo games I really wanted to try, one of which I will have to get a mouse for, or a Super Scope theoretically, but probably a mouse, and that is Tin Star. I had this game as a kid, but I never had the Super Scope or a mouse as a kid, so I thought the game was really hard, but it looks really cool. It's an on-rail shooter. And secondly, we got Plock, which is a pretty cool platformer that I grew up with playing at my friend's house up the street, and then I had it as a kid also. And to round out that $20 pickup, we have Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast. This is a platformer game for the Sega Genesis, complete in nice shape, goes for around $12. So overall, not the worst value pickup. Happened across another shark who I ended up talking to about my YouTube channel. He had a very comparable stack to what I ended up picking up. I paid $17 for these 8 Nintendo games and 1 DS game. First up, the DS game was only $1. That is Polarium. Don't know anything about it, but I collect for the DS and I collect for the Nintendo. So Nintendo games are POW, Prisoners of War, Arkanoid, 1943, Bionic Commando, which I actually almost told him to pick up just because if he's looking for good games, that's a really good game. And then it was rounded out by games I picked up just because I didn't have them. These are kind of just, you know, padding out my collection. All-Star Basketball, Golf, Baseball, and Pinball, which is actually a double. And that's actually the only double there, I believe, aside from Bionic Commando. Flea markets weren't very nice to us on Sunday. At one booth, and this is going to be something that I'm going to address in the future, where I just won't make purchases like this anymore. I'm going to be a lot wiser with how I spend my money. But for $15, after some haggling, we got a Nintendo DS Lite, Coral Pink, stylus, no charger, and really nice cosmetic condition, but both cartridge slots, Game Boy Advance and DS, are extremely finicky on this. Like, you have to really try and try again to get games to play on it, which is really unfortunate. And the haggle was basically to have these 2 Game Boy Advance games thrown in with it, and that is a combination cartridge for Spy Hunter and Super Sprint, and fucking terrible game, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's fucking button masher, it's fucking terrible. At the other flea market that we hit on Sunday, I paid $10 for a legit copy of Pokemon Sapphire for the Game Boy Advance. They had this bundled with a Game Boy Advance that they wanted $35 for, so I was very happy to just pay $10 for the Pokemon game. And that would have been it if it weren't for this deal that I got from one of my subscribers, very local, just one town over. Steven, I've done a few deals with him in the past. He's why I have that import Pokemon Yellow. And I believe I've also traded for a GameCube Zelda game from him. Let's just dive right into this. First off, let's start off with the GameCube games that I got from him. We got Pokemon Channel, which I don't really know anything about. God damn, it takes 22 blocks on the memory card? What the fuck do you do in this game? Oh wow, maybe memory card usage on GameCube games is just out of the roof, because we got Animal Crossing, which takes up 58 to 61 blocks. No wonder they give you a fucking memory card with that. Unfortunately, this doesn't have the memory card, but I think I actually have an extra Animal Crossing memory card to go with that. Got the one PlayStation 3 game I wanted from the lot, Tales of Xillia. No manual, but who knows if it ever even came with one. We got a copy, nice clean copy, of Pokemon Yellow. And 2 nice clean copies. We got Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red. Alright, next up we have all the Wii games that I ended up getting from him in no particular order. I don't even know if he knew he gave me this. Wii Sports, this was in with one of the Wii Fit discs. Like this. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Poke Park Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, Wii Sports Resort, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, Pokemon Battle Revolution, which I believe is the only game that didn't come complete, Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which I can only imagine is probably the least desired Smash Brothers game of all time. And finally for Wii games, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, complete with the anime disc also, which I want to kind of check out because I believe it has all the best fights as voted by the fans, which is pretty cool. One of the main reasons I was happy about this purchase, got some 3DS titles that I've really wanted to have in my collection. We got Mario Tennis Open, Animal Crossing New Leaf, which I've heard wonderful things about, another copy of Pokemon Omega Ruby, and lastly, Pokemon Rumble Blast. Things really pick up with these last 5 games, and I gotta thank Steven once again for giving me this incredible deal. I'm not gonna say how much I spent on these out of respect for him, but probably the bro-iest of bro prices of all bro time. We got Diddy Kong Racing for the N64, Yoshi's Story, the original Mario Party, Super Smash Brothers. I was absolutely addicted to this game in high school. Or was it middle school? I don't remember when that came out. And lastly, Conker's Bad Fur Day. In really nice condition. So, thank you once again, Steven. I think I've thanked you 3 times. I'm going to thank you for the rest of my life, probably, for this deal. Like the video. Follow me on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Links right here. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, keep it real, Internet.